And so we resume. 4 hours in, 19% completed. What a... We're just doing it, man. We're really doing it. Alright. So, here's the big refreshy. We're on an island. We want to survive the island for a certain amount of time. Who's our best candidate for doing that? So, Lily, Aki. Now, I don't remember what we established for either of these characters. However, Lily, fairy, live in the fairy home. House, it's fantastic. Lily, Lily's also, yeah, she's an island survivalist in her spare time. She works all different kinds of jobs. Meanwhile, Aki is just kind of like a character who would probably nag the shit out of you. Absolutely nag the shit out of you. Lily, on the other hand, I want to live in a tree. Like, actually in the tree. That's kind of insane. So, Fairy wins. Fairy always wins here. Ellie, I have no opinion on because you're not really a character. But I imagine you wouldn't be as annoying as Aki. And that's my personal bias. I mean, John's personal bias. I'm not saying Aki's a delegator. I'm just saying that she's going to complain a lot. And I'm not about that. I mean, John's not about that. Alright. You know this headphone I use has a built-in microphone I've never used? I wonder. Ryuji Utsu Kwakuma. Now, Oku is not too smart, but she is warm. Kwakuma is pretty helpful. At least that's what I'm supposed to believe. But she's also a bit of a shithead, so she might mess with ya. I don't know. She's tasked with cleaning the library. I don't know how it really translates to anything else. Oku is warm. And that's all I really have for her. You can't eat her. She can provide heat. But I feel like you would be doing a lot of babysitting for her. But at least you wouldn't have to worry about going cold. Yeah? She's got her big cape. That comes with the, she has to come with that. Lunar Rabbit Moonbeams. Oku or Kwakuma? Remember, we got the all-rounders versus very good at specific thing, not so good at other. And how good at you are at that specific thing that it outweighs everything else, right? In Oku's case, you don't have to worry about heat. In Kwakuma's case, she doesn't necessarily excel at any one part, but she is helpful in every regard. She might be a bit cheeky. She's probably more... I think she's probably the safer bet. Unless the goal was to light the island on fire. Okay. This one's easy. You have a lunatic and you have world's most helpful puppy. So, that's not a contest. Okay. So, you have medicine and lunatic. So, I don't think medicine would be very cooperative. But who knows? Not like we ever get to see her. I worry about her because, poison and shit. Kotohime is just a person. But I feel like no matter which one you pick here, you're kind of having to do all the work yourself. I don't actually know what medicine would bring to the table outside of the idea that you have to be wary that you don't piss her off or lest you ingest many bad chemical and become the dead. Let's go with Kotohime. Letty depends on the weather. Kongara, I have no idea what Kongara would do because she's not a character with a personality. Sanyo and Raiko. Thunderstrike, fire guaranteed. Smoke a doobie, delegator, but can make you forget the pain of everything with her stupid smoke. But Kongara, or not Kongara, Raiko, she plays a fun tune, and she can cause lightning bolts, which produces fire. Smite thee. Also, Raiko's probably a lot more entertaining than Sanyo. But what do I know about Sanyo? What does anyone know about Sanyo? Both these characters are relatively untouched. Miko or Sanyo? Queen... Nah, she's not a delegator. Miko's not a delegator. She's not a delegator. There we go. I am now successfully bad postured up. I'm sure Miko's got the stuff. I wish I remembered what I said about different characters. Every week. Satono? Okay, I think Sanyo will be more helpful than her. I guess it depends on how helpful she is if I'm behind you. Vermilia would not be helpful. She would be a liability. Chen and Monkey. Chen is a cat. I think I'd probably give it to Beten here, just based on experience. Like, she'd be a safer bet than Chen. Mioi and Chen? I think I'd sooner trust Chen than Mioi, personally. Oh, great. The stinky girl. I don't trust her or the hill of beans, dude. This is an easy one. This is an easy one. Dai is the best fairy. Tay is a problem. Tay is definitely a delegator. But, like, the problem is I don't know how good her ability is. Because even if she's a delegator, if you just being around her gives you good luck, like, you're good, right? You don't even really care if she's dead weight. Because she's making your time a lot easier just by virtue of existing. But it's like unspecific. It seems like the main thing that gets talked about with that is like Tay blesses humans with good luck if they see her, but all the good luck is then like used by the idea that they even saw her in the first place. So she just, you know, no refunds. Lucky streamer. So the only thing I can think of for Maya and Satono is that they could dance behind you and maybe give you like a vitality boost. But other than that, they just kind of like exist. And it's hard to say for sure what they can and can't do, but they don't do much. Especially Miss Scatterbrain here. But would you really risk it with Tay? Would you really risk it with Tay? But what if her good luck is like, what if her good luck is hotness, you know? Can you fix her? It's not what this is about. I'm not trying to fix her. I'm trying to make use of her. Whoa, that's kind of crazy, actually. Sorry, I'm just observing. My observational skills. Would you enjoy being around Tay, though? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. But, like I said, that good luck thing, you know, what if you find a winning lottery ticket when she's around, and she's just like, yeah, well, thank me later, and then you have to pay her the the U.S. equivalent tax on a winning ticket. Why doesn't she just do that, huh? That's actually a pretty good business scheme. Well, I'm gonna give it to Mai because Tei's luck is too much of an unknown factor. It could be really good or mediocre. I would still take Tei over Yuyuko. Yuyuko is one of those active detriments to the plan here. She's not a good idea. Akio, definitely. A giant robot or a survivalist specialist? Mailing. Would you take puppy number 2? Or Hisotensoku? Hisotensoku is a shelter. That's it. He's just a shelter. Kyoko is Kyoko. What does he do? You crawl inside of him and you go to sleep. And you close the door and you are safe within him. So he is basically top tier shelter. But that's literally it. You have to do everything else, but you have a place to sleep at night that is guaranteed safe and out of the elements and everything like that. Or you could get Kyoko, who is helpful and loud. Is being loud good? I don't know. She might get on your nerves. She does tasks at the shrine, so she's probably okay with chores, simple chores. So I want to believe in Kyoko's ability. Also, she'd be great for getting you up in the morning because you can't be sleeping in these situations, you know? She is the big alerta. I got to give it to her because she has more general uses. Hiso Tensoku is a good in one place and one place only, which is sometimes better than some characters. Like this one, for example. Like this one. I don't trust this one to be very helpful at all. In fact, I trust this one to only talk about Zanmu, and that is just not my idea of fun. This is not anyone's idea of fun, I don't think. But would she be helpful, or would she just leave and go do something else? It's unknown. There are circumstances that would have to happen for her to cooperate. So you have to change the rules of the game strictly to make her cooperate. So, she's a pain in the ass. I'd rather the robot. I mean, John would rather the robot. Alright, well. Well. Yashie is just, not a good idea. No, Yashie is not a good idea. She is quite literally the delegator of the series. Her ability is that she can get you to do shit. And you just lose the ability to resist. And then eventually you just, you succumb to that invisible pressure. Could John fix her? No, but for some people, red is just a color that really brings out your eyes. Man, that is a shitty line. That is a shitty line. Now, Yashie is not good, because Yashie will make you do everything. She will make you do everything. But she'll know how to run you just far enough into the ground that you don't break. Sho and Lunasa. Lunasa would be decent if you could actually listen to her music, but unfortunately she's not much of a conversationalist, and she's definitely not, you can't really be around her when she's playing. And then, based on what she does, and where she lives, she's probably not very, big on household chores. Sho, however, pinnacle of perfection. Men want to be her. And I'm sure she's good at household chores because she had to survive for so long without Byakuren. So, easy pick. Unzan, still a pretty easy pick here. I'd rather die. Well, I'm not being given much of a choice here, am I? Be not afraid, child. Well, Toyohime, she's not even gonna be on the earth. What the remarkable thing is that if Toyohime wasn't such a bitch, and by that I mean a Lunarian, like, she would be fine because she's easygoing and she's incredibly powerful. She wouldn't be very helpful, I don't think, but she's not like the worst thing in the world. But by virtue of her being a Lunarian, you know, it's not that great. However, Sariel is just like, you know, what does Sariel do? Nobody knows what Sariel does. She arrives, you dies, Baba Booey. I like just click Toyohime. Okay, all right. It's Chirno, by the way. It's Sunny, by the way. It is Megumu. Shinki? Now, we already established Shinki can use her powers to create anything and everything, so she is automatic winner. Raisin and Clown. Clown is a fairy, but she's a little different. Her house wouldn't be in a tree, it would probably be under a rock. Which is still fine. Still fine place to live. It'd be warm, I guess. Would she be helpful in any other regard? I don't know. Raisin though, Raisin is a doctor. She can treat you. She'll be good for injury. I think I'd trust Raisin's survival expertise in medicine over Clown helping me live under a rock. Well, I'd trust Clown over that woman any day. I would trust any woman over Seika any day. Any day. Alright. Seika. She can help. She's strong. She can build manual labor. But she's a constant state of intoxication. Ron, on the other hand, perfect housewife material. Can do everything. And anything. Because Yukari asked her to. It's just that easy. Misamaru, I don't know what Misamaru would do. I have no idea what she would do. What does she even do in canon? Besides stand and look at Reimu and be like, please turn around. And then Reimu's like, no. And then she explodes. And she's like, alright, I guess you don't gotta turn around now. And then she comes back in the extra stage and is like, hey, guess what? These are the fuckers behind it all. Like, what does she do? What is her role? What's her motivation? I'd rather Suika. Suika can be helpful. Eika can put rocks together. It's that's all I got. However, she's also potentially one of the 7 fortune gods, so maybe she's helpful in that regard. She could build a Minecraft furnace. I'll let her stack rocks. Sagume is probably one of the most unhelpful characters in the entirety of this. She would not be helpful. Get her out of here. Kagero and Byakuren. So, I think both these are pretty good choices. But I feel like Byakuren would be a lot more reliable than Kagero. In every place except hunting. Kagero would be a better hunter by far. But Byakuren would be a winner in every other regard. And I'd say that outweighs Kagero. But it's still pretty close. Wagasaki and Kagero. Definitely Kagero. Ichiden. My opinion of Ichiden is that she's just kind of a character. I don't know. There's not really anything about her that sticks out. as something she excels at. She's just a character as far as I know. Like Unzan, her defining characteristic is another character. So Ichinen herself is just kind of like, she's kind of just like a body for Unzan. So there's not much, like everyone, pretty much everyone in Touhou can cook to a certain extent. No character's ever mentioned to be a bad cook outside of Tenshi. Tenshi's like the only character who has ever really produced trash. Even fucking Chirno and Dai were selling swampy water and it was like actually seemed to be doing well. So like everybody in the series can cook decently enough, except Tenshi. And it's never really brought up about like super good dishes or anything like that. I would go with Wagasaki. Okay, Kaguri is a freeloader. Plain and simple. Unhelpful. Completely unathletic. You tell her to pick up a rock and she'd probably fall over and die. And then wake up and be like, what happened? And I have to tell her why she died. Her body's just grilling in the fucking sun. And I can't, I'll just throw her in the goddamn ocean. And then she'll come up every couple hours and be like, what? And that's not how you have a good relationship. Maybe she would try to help in her own interest, but if she got bored of it, then you'd be shit out of luck. And if she would just stop playing. Sakuya, easy. Yuka and Wriggle. Wriggle definitely clears here. Patchy is a bad choice. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Tenshi can feed you peaches. And that's... who knows what she could bring to the table. Patchy would just sit around and snap at you with sarcastic and snarky comments. But she can light a fire. And that's only if she's got her book with her. I think Tenshi's peaches are really powerful. We gotta go with the peaches. We gotta take the peaches and cream. Thank you for the raid, Christian. Ugh! I'm falling over in my chair. Momiji or Nitori? Now, Momiji, mountain certified, defender, survivalist. No, you know, she's good at all this. Nitori is kind of the same. They're the same place. Nitori's more... she's better with building shit. Whatever you can possibly build, anyway. Who knows? I think Miji is the answer here. But it's kind of close. Rat core. Now Nazrin can find you stuff. So there's that. But she also has an attitude problem. And probably wouldn't be very helpful in any other regard. Nitori was not that far behind Momiji. Now Tokiko's interesting because Tokiko doesn't really have a character at all except for, you know, times she got angry. Give it to Nazrin. Based rat. Now, when you really think about it, Evil Eye Sigma kind of fills the same role as Hiso Tensoku, where you can just kind of climb inside of it and you have shelter. It's a cold shelter. It's cold and steel, but it is a shelter. Unless it's got heated seats. What if you can pilot around? What if you can pilot it around the island? Wouldn't that be crazy? What if it shoots eyeball beams? I don't think the Evil Eye Sigma is good. But who knows what Tokiko can even do. At the very least, Tokiko doesn't really present herself as someone who is completely like useless and like needlessly angry. Her anger is quite justified in Curiosities. So I'm sure she's a very chill person otherwise. I just don't trust Okina. I think that's really what it is. What would Okina be able to do? She would get you with that, like, hey, I can tell you how to, I can help you survive this, and she'll turn me in one of the fucking boot heads. And then her boot heads are retired. What do they do when you retire them? Do they get to live a normal life, or do they just crumble into dust? Oh man. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Mistia and Takane. Takane. Like the Kappas, but more geared towards land. Mistia, however, is a great cook. And friendly. So, helpful as she can be. But we know for a fact that anything you bring her that isn't a bird, she'll cook that shit up in 10 stars. Michelin starred, man. Now, Orin is a little bit of a weirdo. And Shimmy is like palm-sized. So, I don't think Shimmy is a good idea. Not from a lack of trying, but because she's just too small to really accomplish anything. But the big thing about her was that because she's so small, she doesn't have to eat that much. So she's a small portion size to feed. Orin, on the other hand, I don't know. She'd be probably neat to talk to, but she is kind of a weirdo. She's also a corpse robber. She'll probably throw you in her cart if she has it. But you know what? If she's allowed to bring her cart, then that's great. That's great transport right there. No, I'm gonna say that Orin's possible benefits outweigh Shimmy's one, like, positive. Eden and Futo. Eden, we already know. World genius pharmacist. Could cure anything. And she's good with a bow, so she can hunt. Sure, she's got, she's totally a racist towards Earth people, but it's okay. Because attractive characters who are bad people are never truly bad people. Because they're attractive. Look at her, half her body is a red flag. But it's okay. Orange, you are a girl. Futo can start fires. She brings her own set of plates. And she's just great. Ringo? Alright, so I remember what I said about Ringo was something along the lines of she can't actually produce her own dongo, but she eats a lot, so she would have a bigger appetite than others. However, due to her ranking as information, she worked in a recon, so she's good at gathering information. So the trade-off is she'd be better equipped at, like, looking for shit, but she's a bigger mouth to feed. This is apples to oranges. Orange, however, Orange is just a girl. Like, really, that's it. She's just a girl. Is she helpful? Maybe. Is she good at anything? I don't think so. Would she be inherently bad at something? Who knows? So, I think I'd rather have a mediocre than a good and bad. Because I don't know how good her good is. How much information do you really need on the island, right? It'd be good early on, but then you're just stuck with the negative. Moko and Minariko. Do you think Minariko could just, like, make food grow out of the ground? Do you think she could do that? Or do you think she's useless? Because if you plant stuff and you grow it and she goes wiggle, 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 grow bigger, and then the food, like, because, you know, it's like scattering bone meal on shit and it just instantly turns into a tree. Like, can she just do that? Can she drop Minariko meal onto plants and shit and make them grow instantly? But Moko is a known, you know, she's a long-time scavenger, loner, survivalist to an extent. I think Minariko is probably better, but it's kind of dependent on how useful her powers as a harvest goddess are. If they really like help you eat. Otherwise, she's just kind of a girl who's probably pretty pleasant to talk to. Moko's gonna have a classic doomer moment. That is true. You would have to punch her in the face and she'd have to be like, damn, and then punch you in the face. And only then can you truly communicate with Moko, through an exchange of blows to the face. Beat the shit out of each other. Ellen? I don't think Ellen would be very helpful. I would worry about her cat's well-being. Aya. Well, Aya is fast. She's fast. She's chatty. She could probably be okay with stuff. But she's also against eating bird, so there's that. But I still think it's more helpful than Ellen. Ellen doesn't strike me as a particularly useful character. Ooh. Chief Maid of Makai and Girl Who Can Create Fire. The easy answer is Yumeko. However, Girl Who Can Create Fire is pretty good. Yugi. Very strong. And I'm pretty sure she's got carpentry abilities. Oni in general are just good at building. So she's great at building and she's very strong. She's also quite outgoing, but she's also a little dangerous depending on the situation. Yuki can start a fire. And then talk about her best friend Mai. And you can just sit there and listen to how much she likes Mai while knowing how Mai feels about Yuki. And just not feeling good about it. Just really not feeling good about it. I think I'll give it to Yuki though. Her strength is better than the Yuki's ability to just start fires instantly. Because I'm sure Yuki could probably start a fire on her own just by screaming. Would John know that though? I don't know, would he? What does and doesn't John know? He doesn't talk after all. Maida seems unhelpful. Yumemi? Probably more helpful. She wouldn't be as good at cutting things, but she'd be more helpful and more, you know, bearable. Okay, so my opinion of Seiya may have changed a bit over the last couple days. I really like the interpretation of her being a redeemable character. That said, this is not redeemable character Seiya. This is fuck you, Seiya. Fucking Seiya. No, I hate her. No, I don't hate her. I like Human Spirit Agency Seiya quite a lot though. I don't think she'd be very helpful. But, if you are thinking about this in terms of fan works, then if you do get to know her, then it's actually pretty good. And you have a great, good old time. And she's very helpful. But only when you get to know her. Is that better than Maida? Can that even be said to be correct? Objectively correct? The answer? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna act on the assumption that maybe she would be helpful down the line. But in the immediate, she would be trying to get your ass killed, which is a detriment. So I think Maida's probably the better choice here. I would like to spend time with Alice. Now, Alice is better than Ellie. And Alice is better than Ellie. And I don't know what else to say. Ellie's a bad gatekeeper with a cool sight. Alice is Alice. Alice is the ideal. What else is there to say? I don't know, man. What can't Alice do? What can Ellie do? That's what you have to compare it to. Truly. Is it so hard to figure out? Ellie doesn't really do much of anything. Alice sleeps all day. And night. And day and night. Wake up, Alice. Wake up! Please come back soon. Satan. Satan. Or Ellie. I do believe that Satan's a better pick than Ringo because she doesn't eat as much as Ringo. But they still have, you know, she still has that moon rabbit training. I would say that she's probably the second best rabbit to pick behind Raisin, because Raisin's a trained pharmacist to an extent. But even then, like, it's just, it's not, I can't really think of anything Ellie does at all. Nope, no Ellie. Okay, so Michael's cool and all. Pardon me. Michael's cool and all, but Renko I think is a little more trustworthy in the helpful department. Michael's whole shtick is that she can't really do anything properly. She can't do what she's intended to. I feel bad for her. She also has a stupid outfit. Just a little bit, though. Only a little stupid. Renko is prepared for this. Sort of. She'll be fine. I don't know what Gengetsu would do, because Gengetsu's not a real character. But it's fine. Shimada? Oh boy, here we go. I would still trust her over the undecipherable to the left. Keiki and Yomu. Alright. Keiki be making lads, and Yomu be doing everything. Yomu is perfect. Well, not perfect, but she's pretty much capable of doing everything that needs to be done. And she comes equipped with her own sword. That's pretty important. Swords, even. Pardon me. She can hunt. She can protect. And as long as there's no ghosts on the island, you're A-okay. But yeah, Keiki can create lads. And the lads can do simple tasks. However, at that point, Keiki herself isn't doing as much, but her lads will be helping you. But how helpful her lads are to be determined, because there's not really anyone inside them. I would give it to Yomu here, because Yomu just seems like a better option. Puppy. The newest addition of the puppy crew. Inoko. Inoko is a certified hunter. But anything else? I don't think so. I give it to Keiki here, just a little bit. But I would give it to Inoko here against Lyrica. Alrighty. Saki and Kutaka. Saki would only be helpful if you proved to be strong. Kutaka is a nice girl who will always keep your throat nice and feel goody. So, just don't eat any chicken around her. Mikako, a scientist with no tools. Out of shape, maybe. She built a jetpack. Would she be helpful? I don't know. I just assume the brainy ones wouldn't be good in these situations. But Saki is a bit of a hard one to please. Getting her to cooperate is, well, you're pretty much working for her unless you can prove that you stand on equal footing. Which is kind of hard to do because she's fucking Saki. But you are more likely to survive with her than Rikako, I think. Or maybe you aren't. She makes you do all the work. Hard to say. Kind of hard to say. I don't know. I don't know. Let's assume that John is no pushover and he can handle it. Being on terms of mutual respect would make Saki a very good partner. But there's just danger if you're a string bean who can't do anything. Who can't stand up for themselves. Sarah is, yeah. Snai and Kane. Hey, Kane's smart. But Snai is also Snai. I would trust Snai with my life. But I could trust Kane with my life too. Although, Snai I think is more immediately helpful. She's not as book smart as Kane, but she's probably more active in helping to actually do stuff. Kane would still be helpful though. I think Kane is pretty active on that front. But it depends how powerful Snai's miracles are, you know? They're both good for conversation. They're pretty close, honestly. It may be a matter of personal preference when it comes down to it. But I think in terms of like more general stuff, I know it's very kind of a lame answer. I'd probably say Snai is just a little bit better than Kane, just based on that she'd be more proactive in helping. Although she might be more likely to mess up. And again, her miracles could make or break the whole deal. If her miracles are worth it. No thanks. No, 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 no. The bro. The captain. Hey, I'll take her. Did you let Snai drive your bus to school? What, you think she's gonna be the next Miss what the fuck is the magic school bus teacher's name? Miss Fritz? That's what it is, Miss Fritz. Ice cold. Hop on the magic school bus. That's how Raisin gets to school. Raisin gets on a bus and they took a trip through. They take a trip through wherever the fuck the magic school bus goes through. Didn't they go inside a person once? I think they went inside one of the students. That was weird. Nah, Mirasa's chill. She wouldn't do anything bad because Byakuya did. Flandre would pop your ball. And that would just be a warning. So be careful. Star and Kogasi. Star, radar, fairy, easy clap. Reisa and Kogasa? I think Kogasa would be fine. Again, all you have to do is pretend to be greatly affected by her mischief, and you'll feed her. You'll feed her well. And then you'll just have a cheery companion to keep you pushing. Meanwhile, Raisin is probably extremely useless. Oh, Satori, now there is extremely useless. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it like it is, but it is. It's true. Satori and Patchy are similar. They would just do nothing but sit around and complain. They wouldn't be able to do anything physical. And they're both snarky. And this one can read your fucking mind, so she'd be even snarkier. She'd be good at dealing with animals. Yeah. Maybe. But only if they come close to her. She ain't going out looking for them. I'll take Bunny Survivalist in training. Oh, would you look at that? It's the same character. It's Komeiji Kokoro. Oh. Oh. Alright. I give it a Kokoro. Nemono and Hina. Nemono, we established. Perfect for the role. Hina, also established. Pretty good. Very helpful. Very courteous person. And since you're the only other person on the island, any misfortune that attaches to her is just yours, so you're not actually being afflicted by more misfortune. So I'm banking on Hina having a great time with old Hina. Lightning Bolt, fire. The other one, hardworking soldier, capable of doing a lot. The only question is, how much will she do for you, for her own self, or for Keiki's sake? How much of it, you know. Her strength, her power comes from her loyalty to Keiki. So, she's strong as a result of that. But, how does that carry over to the island here? Tojiko always struck people as having an attitude. I don't know why that happened, but nothing really suggested that she has a short temper, but everyone just kind of rolled with it, and now she's associated with characters with short tempers. I would probably trust Mayumi to be more helpful, personally. Doesn't need to eat either. Kozusu, she would try her best, but ultimately she would not be very helpful. At least she would be a good companion. Momoyo and Luis. Luis is just on vacation. She's enjoying herself. Momoyo eats rocks, but there's a lot of other things she can do. Just a matter of whether or not she'll actually do them. She seems like a tough person to handle. Doremi. Doremi can exist in the real world. I just don't know what she really does outside of Dream World. But in the Dream World, she has all kinds of power. But that doesn't really matter. The Dream World doesn't really matter here, does it? You take the vacationer, or you take the smug lady? Does Luis understand the gravity of the situation? That's what you need to ask yourself. Does she understand what you're supposed to do, or is she just treating the whole thing like a vacation and not helping? Whereas Doremi might help. Doremi would probably make it so your sleep is better, which is very important, because sleeping in unfamiliar locations is a pain in the ass for some people. I think I gotta give it to Doremi, just based on that. The black hole of a stomach. Yoshika. She wouldn't listen to you, she just listened to whatever its talisman on her head says from Sega. Unless it said, listen to this guy. In which case, she's still not that smart or helpful. So I'd probably trust Luis here. We have the unknown. It's the unknown. The Willy Wonka enemy. Oh, man. Make no mistake, she is no maid. She only pretends. Oh, man. Oh, man. Nue and Yoshika. Nue sure sounds like a bad idea, huh? Is it better than Yoshika? Is Yoshika's what? Yoshika would eat you out. I mean, oh god. Yoshika would eat a lot, and you would run out of food. That's what I meant to say. But she doesn't need to eat, but she eats. I realized what I said. I fixed it. Shut up. Shut up. I fixed it. Nue would not eat a huge amount, but she's a shithead, so she'd probably mess with you a lot. You gotta wonder if it's worth it. This is the ice cave from Touhou Puppet Dance. It's the little island that's floating in the misty lake that you can go to. It's a bad dungeon with a random boss at the end. It's where you get the stones for the puppet reincarnation, but you don't need any of them because you get the rainbow one for cassette and you're good. You know what? I'm gonna assume that Nue is redeemable. Iku and Frog. Iku's okay, but remember, Stone, Froggy Home. Pretty good stuff. Kind of based. She can fish, and she's got a baby. Iku can lightning bolt, and she can also read the atmosphere, so she can tell when weather's coming, which is pretty good. I'd say Iku. Maya's a bad person. I don't care. I don't care. Maya's a bad person. Marissa and Aki. Probably Marissa. Definitely not Reimu. No. I'm only giving it to Reimu because nothing is known about that character. We just kind of filter them out. Junkie and Renosuke. So, Junkie, I think we established, would not really do anything for you. Like, why would she even be in this situation? It's hard to tell. She doesn't seem very reliable. Renosuke, on the other hand, he's, you know, he could probably be helpful. I want to believe he'd be pretty helpful. Junko, I just can't see a reason for her being helpful at all. Unless for some reason you reminded her of her kid, or I don't know. Who knows? She's barely anything anymore. She's just pure rage. She's a water purifier. Wait, that's genius. That's genius. She's a fucking water purifier. That's good. That's actually really good. Don't gotta boil it. Oh, I could tell her about how much I hate the Lunarians all fucking day, brother. But then I'll be like, that racing fella, she's alright though. She's good kind. She ain't a real Lunarian. And that's right there, we're getting in. We call that Riz. We call that Riz, I think. That's what the kids are calling it, right? Riz up the angry mommy. That's the plan. Alright, Junko, because you're a water purifier, I gotta give you high scores here. I didn't even think of that as a thing a character could do. The guy dies at the end. You already forfeit the challenge. I don't know, man. Let's assume his head hasn't been caved in and he's okay. He's more helpful than eyeballs. See, Hekatia Hikatia, for as strong as she is, has never struck me as stuck up. I think she would probably be helpful, especially if he can split herself into 5 guys. I mean, 3 girls. Whereas Yatsuhashi is, she's, you know, she's a girl. Okay. Now, Yuma is like a vacuum cleaner that doesn't need its filter changed. It can just continue to suck and suck and suck and suck. It just never ends. She's not a good idea. Her attitude aside, she would definitely eat you, eat you. What's the word? She would eat all of your food. She might actually eat you. Who knows? She's a little dangerous. Just a little bit. Okay, very dangerous. Wow. Alright. Now, I do think that Jun is the answer here. And that's not bias. That is not bias. I just think she is the better option of these two. They both suck you dry. That was the plan, man. That was the plan. We call that Riz, baby. No, there's no money to lose on an island. So Jun can't even do anything. But she'd be very fucking whiny. That is a guaranteed. With no money to spend. No money, no problems. No money, no honey. God damn it. Alright. Alright, creature. This creature here. She eats a lot as well. But she doesn't eat as much as Yuma. But is she helpful? Is she gonna eat me? Are you sure about that? She won't eat me. She knows the rules. We all know the rules down here. I'm trusting you, Ruma. I'm trusting you. Alright. Mamizo. Oh. I'd say Eternity based on her being a fairy, but Mamizo is still a close choice here. Easy choice in this one. Rukuto is not helpful. Probably more helpful than Kasume, though. Luna, definitely. I would say Kaneko based on her abilities to manipulate nature. Komachi's lazy, but she's a good conversationalist. Maribel will be more active in helping. Yam and Hat? Yam, construction ability. Kasen, more helpful than Hat. Kana? I don't think Kana would be helpful. She'd be annoying. Ooh, Riko might not be as helpful, but she's not as annoying. Lily Huayco. Fairies always have a benefit. Guacama. Big Bird? Big Bird? Perhaps? Big Bird? Or unknown. Merlin? Peppy Pep. I mean, her music you still gotta be careful with, but at the very least, it's not Lunasa's. But she's probably a fun person. Easy. So easy. Too easy. Puppy. I don't really think Kotohime is ever the answer. I really don't. Gotta go to Raiko. Miko? Definitely Miko. Sanyo, that nice, relaxing gas. Sure. Dance behind you. I really do believe that Remy is a bad choice here. I really do. Definitely Letty. Oh, I don't think medicine is a good choice either, though. Remy's a delegator and a whiner. But medicine is just... Medicine's just gonna be, like... Medicine's more dangerous. She's more dangerous than Remy. Is more likely to act out. At least Remy understands the situation, even if she is gonna be a baby. Ooh, Die in the Monkey. The Monkey King. I kinda think Peten has this. I kinda think she has this. Sure, you can go live in a tree with Daiose, that'd be great. But you would be doing a lot more for her. Whereas Peten, you would, I think she'd probably be doing more for you. Just by, like, by accident. I give it to the Monkey. Although I would give it to Daiose here. And then Chen. Mioi can cook. That's all I really got for her. At least she can't give you the alcohol. Stinky. No. Aw, man. What is this? What is this? What does Chiari do? What does she do, anyway? Like, doesn't she just steal your blood and smell bad? She can make fire? Yeah, I bet her fire smells like burning garbage. I'm willing to hedge my bets with Tay. I would. I'm gonna believe in Tay. I'm gonna believe in anyone that isn't named Chiari. I don't know if I can believe in Yuyuko. I don't know if I can believe in Yuyuko. Queen Consume over here. Oh man. Alright, fine. We're gonna take the fucking trash fire. Oh, one stinky to another. Now, Yuyuko's appetite aside, Xiao would make literally everything you do go wrong. She had, like, not only would she be no help, she would make anything you do more difficult than it needs to be. She is a pitiful character. What a shame. The worst part is she doesn't even mean to be that way. She just is. She just is like that. Like, that's the part that hurts the most. She's not malicious. She's not malicious by nature, but she is by nature. It's weird. It's not good. Yuyuko. Sho and Mei Ling. If you want to base it off fan interpretations, then Sho is overly clumsy and kind of airheaded, and Mei Ling is lazy. So, you know, you can't go one way on negative and not go the other way. But they both are good choices. But which one is better? Honestly, I think I'd say Sho. Sho may not have been out in the wilderness in a while, but she is still a tiger yokai. She's a beast yokai by nature. Really, we have a lot more. But I think that even if you look at their fandom, their common fandom negatives, Sho being clumsy is more bearable than Mailing being lazy. Of course, it depends on the extent of that, but then we're just arguing semantics at that point. So both of them are good choices, but I gotta give this one to Sho. But I will give the next one immediately to Mailing. Well, she is the avatar of Bishamoten, so she herself is a paragon of good luck and fortune, yeah. So, I'm sure you'll benefit. So, Punchy Cloud or Puppy? Always Puppy. Cloud Boy. Oh, man. I don't know if Lunas is a good idea. I'd actually argue that Hisotetsuku is better here. You just can't, like, be around Lunasa. It's too dangerous. It just makes things awkward. Awkward relationship. Whereas you can just sleep inside a giant robot every night. Well, this is, Now, an awkward relationship with Lunasa aside. He saw me. I just don't believe in her. I think that's what it is. I don't believe in her usefulness unless Zamu is involved. But maybe Zamu is involved. Who can really say for sure? She would not be... She'd be very annoying to talk to, I think. Because all she would talk about is Zanmu. But who do you want to put out with here? The depressing girl? Or the overly horny chick? This is like, I don't know, man. What do you choose here? I don't know. What would you hedge your bets on? I think this one's more of an opinion question than anything. I'd say I'd probably, me personally, I think I'd rather risk the sad girl than the horny girl. John accepts all because he's a good man. That's why I had to use my personal judge. Toyohime and Hisami. Can we just stop having the goddamn Lunarians, man? Still a better option. Still a better option. Shinky and Chirbo. Shinky's a cheater, so she goes top of the line right away. Raisin and Chirno. Raisin barely. Chirno over Clown though. Sunny over Clown. Clown over Megumu. Megumu's too much of a delegator. Alright, I will believe in the high school dream. I don't believe in Parsi. I don't believe in Watatskis. I have no choice but to believe in Watatskis. You're not even a character. Get out of here. It's a hard one. I think both of them have similar roles, similar excel points. Although Byakunin is probably better to talk to. Hmm. Although I think Ron would be better at the caretaker role. So I'd have to give it to her slightly. Although Byakuren here. Suika here. Kagero here. Wagasaki here. Stacking rocks versus maybe can do something. Maybe. What do you think better than Kaguya? Well, okay, maybe not everything's better than Kaguya. I don't know here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sagame would be the worst person to be stuck with. But Kaguya would be exceptionally useless. Is Sagame malicious? I don't think so. Well, I think Sagame, despite her restriction, would be more useful. But she would be very awful to talk to. Definitely Sakuya. Slightly Miji favor. Victoria's hard. Because some of her strengths are limited based on what she can use to build on the island. Wriggle's really good because bug control. And that's actually quite powerful in the environment. Not to mention the information network they can provide. And you probably just feed her tree sap or something, so she's... you know, come on. I'd say Wriggle, just barely though. It kind of depends on circumstances. Yuko over Nazrin. Oh, great. Egos. Well, at least one's ego won't get me Yamcha, you know? Man, Tenshi would certainly be a headache. You gotta wonder if that headache's worth it. That headache seems worth it. Oh my god, man. When we get to this backlist here, it's just this. Fuck it, Okina's more useful. I don't know. I don't think Patchy is useful. I think Patchy's awful. She's completely useless. And she's mean. So it's like the worst you can get out of being straight up malicious. Patchy can make fire. Only if she has a spell book. She uses her book. Or maybe she memorized the spell. Either way, that's all she can do, is make fire. She can make hot chip and be mean. That's it. And clean water? Okay, yeah, maybe you could, if you can drink her water spells, sure. But I don't know if you can do that. That doesn't mean she isn't still mean. No hot chip, only a hot crip. Alright, Patchy. You win by virtue of water and fire over a nothing. Genius pharmacist Yakokoro Eren, biggest brain of the moon, #1 choice. Takane, the mountain specialist, island specialist. Mistia, super cook. Futo, fire starter extraordinaire. I gotta say, Mistia producing food is better than Futo producing fire. You. I don't know, man. Small belly. Small belly. Versus normal girl. Small belly it is. Oh, nope. I haven't seen you all day, actually. You are danger. Okay. Okay, literally anyone is better than Tsukasa in this situation. Yumeko, I think, is better here. Minariko, I think, is better here. Similar strengths, but Yugi would be less depressing. So I'd say Yugi. Oh, I hit somebody. Yuki, they both create fire, but Moko's definitely better at, like, other aspects, even if she is a bit depressing sometimes. Aya? Is Aya better than Faya? Haha. I guess it depends on how exhausting she would be to deal with. I don't know. Maybe. Hit her with the flash. What if she just ran so fast that she, like, went forward in time to when the challenge was over? I don't have much... Okay. 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 Alright. This is a battle of I can fix her versus unfixable. We gotta go with fixable. Alice and Renko. Now this is the easiest question of my life. Because the answer is right there in front of you. It's right there. It's so obvious. It's too obvious. Do I even need to explain? Oh man. Streamer, don't you dare click that blonde girl again. Why would I not click the blonde girl? She's the correct answer. Or maybe she isn't. I don't know. Do you know? Every time Alice has been paired up against someone, that other character is not one that stands out in a positive way. I give it to Seidan. Does Alice have her dolls? Yeah, I think she does. She has her dolls. Narumi. She's got magic, but to what extent? I don't know. Michael. Shimada and Ellie. Shimada. Ellie. The moon. The moon, dude. The moon. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Alice can bring her dolls, and Patsy can't bring her spellbook, huh? But Alice goes everywhere with her dolls. They're like a part of her. So it's, you know, you can't, they're like her one-of-a-kind dolls. No, you can't bring Koichi. Koichi is guaranteed to drive you insane. Koichi will actually just... she'll drive you fucking insane. Meanwhile, Kikuri is just a fucking moon that floats above you like Majora's Mask style. Can you talk to her? Does she talk? Nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. Kuchaka and Yomu. What if Kikuri was the moon that's on Hekatia's head? That'd be kind of crazy. It's Yomu, just so you know. The answer is Yomu. But Kutaka is quite up there. These are the good characters. Ooh. Ooh, Keiki's Army of Helpers versus Kutaka's Thorasi Cure-All. Gotta give it to the cake. puppy. Yes. Enoko is great. Lyrica? No. Kutaka. Saki? Lyrica is the safer pick. Benben is safer. Star and Snai. Similar colors, huh? Incorrect. Fascinating music. Oh wait, that's the shop rob theme. Whoa, funky. Alright. Alright, where was I? Star and Snai. Radar fairy, live in a tree, or Snai. And whatever that entails. I don't know. What does that entail? Miracles can happen. I think. Star also has a bit of a mischievous streak. She can be a bit of a fucker when she wants to be. Snai, I think, will focus on the point at hand. You can always depend on her. Kane as well, but Star is still extremely helpful. Oh, it's Moko's theme. How about that? She cannot make a pipe bomb, no. It would be nice if she could. This is from Kubanashi. I think it's one of the extra stage themes. There's a couple levels you can play in that game by inputting a code, and some of them have their unique music. There's like 10 levels you can do that are access to the secret room. Some of them are really hard. They have puzzle pieces, but they don't actually unlock anything. Star Kane. Consistency, inconsistency. Kubanashi's a really good game. All the ending world cutscenes are really good as well. Great characterization. Follows canon pretty well. Good art, great music, good puzzles, good play, just good gameplay. I'd rather be around Kane. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people would say that, wouldn't they? I think she's good because she's a fairy with radar. But, like I said, Kane wasn't that far off from Snai. So I would give it to her. I would give it over to Star here. Kogasi, easily. Is Rayson more helpful than Murasa? Big think moment, big think moment. I don't know. I don't know. She's in training. She's not very well trained yet. But Murasa's... I don't know what she does outside of exist. Really, it's not like she's a cook or anything like that. I guess she can throw an anchor right up your ass, but I don't know. I simply don't know. I'm gonna give it to her though, just because I think she's been domesticated for longer. Not her though. Not her. Anyone? Okay. Okay. Satori and Flandre. Well, we established Satori has one positive aspect to her. But Flandre is Flounder's a little too dangerous. She's a little bit too dangerous. Papa. Maybe if I'm lucky, Flandre doesn't even know what a ball is, so she can't pop it. That's the only way out of that situation. As soon as she knows what that is, and she understands the power she holds, then, yeah, that's goodbye. But as long as she's ignorant to the birds and the bees, you don't gotta worry about it. Nemuno. Hina. It's a hard one. I think Mayumi's a safer choice here. Momoyo for sure. Momoyo and Mayumi are both like strong, but Momoyo is a lot. Wait, didn't I have this pair up before? Chat, didn't these two appear against each other earlier? Or am I insane? I don't think that's possible, so I don't think it is what happened, but I feel like I saw both these two right next to each other before. Are we looping? Are we stuck in a time loop? Start me a fire. Kozusu? Sorry. Vacation girl. Now, her being a demon must mean she's at least somewhat, like, capable, right? So, let's bank on the rich girl. I'm too scared of her, so I'm picking Kozusu. Now, this is a battle. All right. Now, Marissa has a lot of positive traits, but Froggy. Remember, stone, frog, home. Mobile, aesthetically pleasing, safe. Fantastic. Also, I'm pretty sure she can produce water with one of her spell cards. Froggy Braves the Storm. It's alright. Mizoguchi doesn't do anything. Unless Suako's like, Mizoguchi crushes balls. But like, obviously you're not going to do something to get yourself in a situation like that, right? And this is not going to happen. She's like, Suako's very chill. She's very chill. She's not one for the limelight. Marissa's still really good. She's been on her own in the forest for so long. But I think Suako's abilities are better here. But I do think Marissa tops this one. Gotta go with lightning bolts. Is fishing better than autumn? I guess, like Letty, it's season based. Just because she's a god of autumn doesn't really mean much though, huh? Go with the fisherman. Aki. Oh, man. Alright. Reimu is she doesn't seem very good. After seeing how Danmaku Kagura Reimu handled her deserted world, I don't think Reimu was a good idea. Reimu, like, harassed people. And she was rude and bitter and angry and lazy. Awful. She ruined everything. Kurumi is just a small vampire. Itty bitty vampire. Well, I'd rather Reimu over Mai and the ever mean Bonky. And you're getting pushed to the back because you're not a character. Hikatia and Junkie. You guys recycle too much. Here, let me burn all of your garbage in a big fire. And send everyone to a state of delirium so they throw out all their recycled goods. Well done, Rainbow. Well fucking done. You really showed that village that recycling is bad. Oh yeah, she also killed every robot. She made everybody a free thinker. Oh man. Anyway, it's Katia here. But, Miss Water Purifier. You know what they say about bros? Well, the ones that don't have holes in their heads anyway. Oh boy. The answer really is quite simple. It's not Jun. It's Jun. It's Bruma. Oh. That's you give a god lightning bolt. Oh, I don't want a missile. I don't want Yuma either. Oh my god, give me the catfish. Luna and Eternity. Eternity is stronger, but Luna, I like Luna's abilities more. And I like Luna more as well. There's a bias coming out here. Kaneko and Eternity? Eternity. Ooh, Mamizo and Kaneko. Probably Mamizo barely though. And then Kaneko. Maribel. Same character, by the way. Look at that. Damn, man. That glow up. Komachi. Chiuri. Genji. Lily and Yam. Barely Yam. But then Lily. Probably Kassan. Kwakama. Birds. Birds, 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 birds. Water and water and water, water. Big Bird. Big Bird. Happy Ghost. Photographer. Regular human girl. Annoying ghost or unknown demon. It's really hard to tell. Ooh. Oh. Alright. I think Baten is still the correct answer here. But I don't think that means On is bad. I believe in On. So much. Dai, Chen, Raiko, Mioi, Miko, Sanyo. Okay. So Mai is scatterbrained and Satono is not. In which case Satono seems like the better of the two based on that alone. Wacky. Oh look, it's the little rabbit and the little rabbit princess. Alrighty. Oh, there goes my body. I broke it. Oh. Man, my core. It's so weak. Ugh. I got a pain in my heart. Get the good luck. Alright. Akio for sure. Kotohime over Stinky. Uh-oh, fine, Stinky. Man. Remilia. Yiko. Ah. Mediciner she... Shit. You don't have much of a choice here, do you? Medicine can kill you. Shion can put you in constant state of near death, but not actually kill you. But... one doesn't hate me. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Alright, Shion. Looks like you get a win. Shinky. Race in a show. The ability... the pharmacist ability is top notch because any injury could just completely ruin everything. So having that be solvable is too strong. Oh, I give this to Sho. Meiling. Chirno. Sunny Milk. Kyoko. Clown. Sumireko. Unzan. Megumu. Isotetsuku. Jealousy or depression? Oh god. You gotta pick better women, streamer. Oh. Oh. Alright, depression it is. Anything over her. Okay. Never mind. Ah! Get out of here. Get out of here. I hate these girl bosses. I hate them. It's fucking evil ladies. Oh man. Sakuya, Ron, Niji, Byaku, and chat. We're now at 50%. Which means we're gonna stop at 51%. Suika, Riguru, Kagero, Hitori, Wagasaki Hime, Yuka, Nazrin, Ichiden, Ebisu. I don't know. Misamaru. Tokiko. Sakume. Tenshi. Now we stop. Alright, chat. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna guarantee finish this next week. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. I wonder what the final result's gonna look like. Alright, yeah, we're pulling it out a bit early, but it's okay. Because I feel like I could finish it tonight, but if I do, I'm gonna go over 10, and I don't want to. So I'm gonna stop it. I'd rather pull it early now than stop at like 25% and then have like little, you know. So we will finish this next time. Stick around one more week, and we'll see who is top dog at surviving an island.